Nick. Alright, Nick. So you see what he's going over, right? Let me ask you a question, right? When you look at this sign right here, who is this?
They say that's Jesus.
They say that's Jesus, right? But can you find this image anywhere in the Bible? No. Watch this. So not only did he show you that Solomon had locks, we're the only people that can get locks. You see other nations who try to imitate that. You might have white people might try to get locks, or the East Indians might try to get locks, but our hair naturally does that, right? But watch this. Read Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. Verse 1.
The book of Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So revelation means to reveal. So we finna reveal what Jesus Christ looked at. Look, read verse 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So it said that his head and his hairs were white in color and woolly in texture. What people on earth have woolly textured hair?
Bring it out.
That's us. So it said that Christ had white in color and woolly hair. Read.
As white as snow.
As white as snow.
And his eyes.
And his eyes.
Were as a flame of fire.
What happened if you have when you drink wine? The whites of your eyes turn red. Right. That's a prophecy in Genesis 49 that Christ would come drinking wine. He wasn't a drunkard, but Christ drank wine in moderation. Right. Read.
And his feet.
So John the Revelator looked down at Christ's feet the same way I can look down at your feet, right? So it says, so John looked down at his feet. Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
What color is brass?
Brown.
Like a derivative of brown, right? Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
So it says not only was his feet like in texture of brass, which is a deliverer of brown, but it said as if it was burned. If you burn something, what that mean? Huh?
Torch? I don't know.
No, like let's say you leave something in the oven too long. Let's say you read, No, let's say if you leave macaroni in the oven too long. What happened to that mac and cheese?
It burned.
It's gonna be burned. It's gonna be what? Black.
That's right.
So the Bible just said the black Messiah is a black man according to the Bible.
That's right.
So the question is, who is this? Who is that? We've been lied. That's what we out here to tell you, Nick, that guess what? We've been lied to. Go to 2 Corinthians 11 and verse 4. That's what we out here to show, that we've been lied to as a people, and showing you that not knowing that Christ is a black man, that Solomon is a black man, that the people in the Bible are black and we are God's chosen people. It's a requirement that we must do. That's what the brother was going over. But watch this. Read 2 Corinthians 11 and 4.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 4. For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus.
So, when I asked you who is this, you said they call that Jesus, right? But Paul is saying he that cometh and preacheth another Jesus. We just showed in the Bible that Jesus was what color? He was black, right? So it said he that cometh and preacheth another Jesus, read.
Whom we have not preached.
Who we, the prophets, have never preached. You never read in the Bible of them prophesying about a white Messiah. Right. You never read in the Bible about the prophets being white. You never read that. That's iconoclasm. They painted over our images during the time of after the time of the Renaissance. They painted over our images and gave us white images. Right? So it said, he that come and preacheth another Jesus, who we have not preached, read.
Or if you receive another spirit.
So that's what we finna go into now. That other spirit, right? Because he was going over the Sabbath day. Do you know when is the Sabbath day?
Today.
Today. The speaker hurt your ears?
I got a bad ear anyway. So.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, do you know when the Sabbath day is?
Today.
The Sabbath day is today. How long you been knowing that?
For a few years.
But do you know the requirements on how to keep the Sabbath day? Let me ask that.
Necessarily.
Right, okay, so that's good. So you do know that there's the Sabbath, but now today, now you finna get the wisdom on how to keep the Sabbath day. Because the Bible just said, he that preacheth another Jesus whom we have not preached. Right? So now we got to tear down the doctrines of who? Of this false image. Right. The doctrines of this false image. Now we got to replace that lie with the truth now. So you know that today is the Sabbath day, but let's see what the requirement of the Sabbath day is. Exodus 20 and verse 8. Read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
So God is telling the Israelites, which is us, Nick, when you look at this sign, where you see yourself on this sign? Like, what is your father? Will he be a so-called African American, a Jamaican, a Haitian, or Puerto Rican, Cuban? Where you see your father at on that sign? What's going on, What's going on, with the shade? Bring her off. What's going on, What's your name? Come here, come. You said American black. So guess what? You would be from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
So God is telling the Israelites, remember the Sabbath day. What's going on, What's your name? Lee, what's going on, Lee? Right now we are going over the Sabbath day. Did you know today was the Sabbath day?
I ain't know.
Right. So what day you normally go to church?
Sundays.
On Sundays, right? And when you go to church on Sundays, what image is in your church? Real quick, Nick, we finna backtrack a little bit just to let our brother Nick catch up.
Well, they used to have a white Jesus, but then they took him down. But
what's it not? Just nothing. Right. So watch this. Let me show you how Christ looked in the Bible. Then we're gonna catch you. Now you're gonna be up the page with me and Nick. Nick. We gonna catch you up. Hold on, Mr. Nate. Don't go too fast. Revelation 1:1.
The book of Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So today we finna reveal to you what Jesus Christ looked like. Verse 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So John the Revelator said his head and his hairs were white in color and woolly in texture. What nation of people got woolly textured hair?
Bring it out.
Black people, right? Okay. So guess what? That's strike one on this person right here because this not woolly hair.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Read.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Mr. Nate, what happened if we drank wine or alcohol? What going on, big bro? What's your name? Zion. Hey, what's going on? Right now we're going over the description of Christ. Don't leave. This the most important part. Don't be so hasty to leave, Mr. Nate. So when we drink wine, what happened to the whites of our eyes? They get red, right? So Christ wasn't a drunkard; he drank wine in moderation, right? But read.
And his feet.
So John the Revelator looked down at feet. So like I can look at my brother's feet right now. So John the Revelator looked down at Christ's feet. Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
What color is brass? What color is brass? Brown. Like a derivative of brown, right? But watch this. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
If you burn, son, what happens?
It get dark.
It get dark. How dark? It get charcoal dark. So the Bible just revealed that Jesus Christ is a black man.
That's right.
So who is this?
That's false.
That's false. But guess what? They've been teaching our people that for generations. Not only as your parents, your grandparents, my parents, my great-grandparents, they all got this image in their mind. But now today we teaching that the doctrines of this image are lies. So that's what we're finna go back over because today is the Lord's Sabbath day. And I asked, did you know? You said no, right? But now we're finna go over the requirements on how to keep the Sabbath day. Okay, but what? So we're finna get back on track. So now that you know that Jesus Christ is a black man, we know this guy is false. So apparently whatever he taught had to be what? Lies, right? So now we finna get a true understanding of the black Messiah because we all want the kingdom of heaven, correct? But how do we obtain the kingdom of heaven? We don't know. It's just you just have faith, you pray, you know, on your dying bed, you know what I'm saying? You hope you get that, right? But that's not in the Bible though. Go back to Exodus 20:8 though. This is one step to get you closer to God, keeping his commandments. Read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
So God is telling the so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans to remember the Sabbath day. Today we forgot what the Sabbath day is. Because like I said, I can ask people, some people say Sunday. Some people say any day of the week. But he's telling us now, knowing who we are, that you from the tribe of Judah. Where you see yourself on this sign, bro? What's your father? Is he an American black? Or is he Jamaican, West Indian, Haitian?
American black.
So guess what? You from the tribe of Judah also. Hold this real quick. Hebrews 7:14. Who else came from the tribe of Judah? Boom. You want it. You want it. So if Jesus Christ was walking today, he would be what?
He would be my brother.
He would be a so-called American black. So wait a minute. Now we just found out that Christ, read Hebrews 7:14. Now we finding out that Christ's blood runs through our veins.
Right.
I got you, bro. I know you in the but I got about three more. Read this real quick.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 7 and verse 14. For it is evident.
When you got evidence on something, what that means? It's proof, right? Read.
That our Lord.
That our Lord is Christ. Read.
Spring out of Judah.
Boom. Y'all come from the same tribe as Christ.
That's
the
right.
tribe of Judah. So now you know you's royalty in your blood. We heard Kendrick Lamar say it.
Right.
I got royalty, got loyalty inside my DNA. That's true. Because the greatest man ever to walk the earth, blood runs through our veins.
That's right.
But now we got to know how to get back close to him. Let's see how they go back to Exodus 28. So now we knowing this, now we like, oh, not knowing we the greatest people on earth now. What is required us to be the greatest people on earth? Because right now in Mobile, Alabama, is we on top? No. What about in Chicago? We on top? What about Cali? We on top? No. How about this? What about in the islands? What is Jamaica? Mexico? Is we on top? Is our people on top in Brazil? No, wherever you go, we're on the bottom. But the Bible says we're the greatest people on earth. Why is that? Because we left off from God's laws. But watch this. So it said, remember the Sabbath day. Now I'm going to go into how to keep the Sabbath day holy. Read.
Verse 8, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shall thou labor.
So it said 6 days shall thou labor. Let me ask y'all, what's the first day of the week?
Bring it out.
Sunday. You agree? Alright, so you got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which is the 6th day, and the 7th day will be what? The Sabbath day. The Sabbath in Spanish, y'all know Spanish? You know Spanish?
A little bit.
What's Saturday and Sabbath on Spanish?
Saturday?
Sabado.
Yeah,
Sabado. They letting you know that Saturday is the Sabbath day.
Right.
But it says 6 days shall you do all thy labor. But on the 7th day, guess what we don't supposed to be doing today?
Working.
We don't supposed to be working.
Right.
Everything's supposed to be closed down. KNS, the seafood spot, the house salon, all this supposed to be closed down because today is the Lord's Sabbath day. Read.
To keep it holy. 6 days shall thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day,
the Sabbath day,
is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
Today is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
So today we don't supposed to be going to work because today is the Lord's Sabbath day. This is the day for us to come together and guess what? Congregate with one another. When we leave here, we're going back to the school and we're going to be going over scriptures. Reverencing the Lord in his Sabbath day.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word